Well, hello there, guys. Welcome to another episode of Randy's Rants. Wednesday, November 11th. It's 8:30 at night. I hope you guys are being good, doing safe. Especially in these good times. Elections were last week, Tuesday. Took 4 days, I believe, to fucking figure out who the fucking winner is. But guess what? I guess it was Biden. Biden won. Alright, I'm just gonna jump on this. There's no conspiracy. There was no fraud. Y'all lost. Alright, I saw this one report where it said somebody in New York was absentee. They had stolen mail, and some of those were absentee ballots. Right? Enough of this fraud. So if Trump would have won, there would have been no fraud. But because Biden won, there is fraud. Come on, guys. What the fuck? Just live with it. Both sides. Alright? When Trump won, people were still complaining. You know what? I was probably one of those for a little bit, and then I realized, I grew up, I was like, fuck, it doesn't fucking matter who wins. We still got to do our day-to-day fucking lives. What the fuck does it matter who fucking wins? Just vote. Don't matter who the fuck you vote for. People have opposing views. And like I said before, I would not like to live in a full conservative fucking United States. And I would not like to live in a full liberal fucking United States either. A full liberal will probably have 10 bathrooms for 10 different type of genders. Republicans wouldn't have medical marijuana or any further medical marijuana research, CBD. In a full liberal thing, no fucking guns at all. Not even for hunting, not even fucking for defense. All right, let's go back to conservatives. A full conservative is no government at all in Wall Street. Well, guess what? There's a reason why we need government in Wall Street, because guess what? 2009, what happened? The crash, the basically almost that basically crashed our economy. Why? Because the housing market. Why? Because banks were doing whatever they wanted, especially with the housing. They were giving people who couldn't afford these houses the houses. Next, the default comes on the house loan. Next, fucking bank just starts to own everything, and next, the people are out of work, out of this, and have no money. All right, and guess what? We go back to the liberals. You have too much in government. You have too big in government. You have too much of this. You need a balance, bro. Simple. You need a fucking balance. You can't be full liberal, full conservative. No, you gotta be in the middle, because or else fucking both worlds look like fucking insane. Both fucking societies look like in a society I don't want to live in. Yeah, and that's true. I can go. There's still pros and cons on both. I can keep fucking going. All right. So, you know what? And also, hold on. Going back to the fraud. If they really did fraud, don't you think they'd want to win the Senate and the House? I mean, they barely won the House, barely by a few fucking seats. I believe they barely took it by 10? Maybe. And you look at the number. Last I checked, there's still a few seats being up for grabs. And same in the Senate. If there was fraud, why wouldn't they want to take the Senate or the House? That's kind of stupid. In my case, why only take the presidency? President can only do so much. Congress and also, Congress in itself can veto some of the president's bills. So that don't make sense at all. So please someone answer me that question. How come they don't have the Senate or the House? You guys are... Some of y'all stress me the fuck out. When you feel stressed, you smoke a cigar. For those who are watching, I am smoking a nub. This is actually one of my favorite cigars right here. These are small. They're small and fat. They're chode. Just like my dick. Nah, I'm just messing. I got chode. There's always something about lighting it with the match. And the best way to combine for the cigar, a little bit of tequila, some Dos Hombres. Alright, guys. But let's get this shit to work, man. Though fucking elections are over, let's all get to work. Let's get to our day-to-day lives, better ourselves, better not only for us, but for other people. Alright? Me, I tend to vote sometimes mostly Democrat for a few things. I do believe in like the welfare system. I do believe in some of that universal health care. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I don't do this for me. I do this for like the why I do it is because I do believe in universal health care. I may not get sick as much because I do tend to take care of my body a lot. But I don't want my neighbors. I don't want my neighbor to fucking. Even though I don't like any my neighbors, I don't talk to them for reasons. But at the same time, I don't want them going broke because of health bills. I want them to be able to go to the hospital whenever they need to, whenever they feel really ill, whenever they get a broken bone, whenever this. Well, you don't have that. Do you really even care about your people? I mean, call me crazy here, but I feel we should subsidize. Or if we have universal health care, it should be subsidized. Like, let's say if nobody was sick in the world, do you not fire all these doctors and nurses just because no one's sick? No, because I feel like there's one day gonna be a need for them, so you subsidize it so you never lose that. Those people will always be there. You know, I don't feel like certain things should go away just because we don't have it. It can come back anytime. You know, but I don't want to talk about politics. Fuck that shit. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. I'm ready. My fat ass is ready for some turkey. Ugh. Stuffing. Mashed potatoes. Pumpkin pie. I'm going to be honest, guys. I've never had sweet potato pie. If any of y'all have ever had sweet potato pie, please let me know how it is. I've heard some people that's really delicious. If y'all know where I can get it, let me know. Alright, guys. But cool thing that I recently just found out. There's this book that I read to you guys last time a little bit. The Discipline Equals Freedom, the Field Manual by Jocko. I guess there's an updated version he came out with not too long ago. I definitely want to buy that because man, I am a huge fan of this guy. Talk about someone who is fucking literally fucking has it down to a fucking T, you know, in every aspect, man. Even his if you follow him on Instagram, this fucker wakes up at 4:30 in the morning, man. I feel like a fucking pussy compared to this guy. I'm like, fuck, this fucking still wake up early so fucking morning and still get the grind and still do all this shit. Damn, this motherfucker has it all. But I'm telling you, man, you just gotta take from everybody, man. You gotta be able to learn from everyone in every way, you know. Like in this chapter called this is called weakness. You know, let me read it to you guys because I kind of like you know what I learn. I like you guys to learn too. Do I have weakness? I am nothing but weakness. I am not naturally strong or fast or flexible. I am certainly not the smartest person in the world. I get emotional over stupid things. I eat the wrong foods. I don't sleep enough. I procrastinate and waste time. I care too much about meaningless things and not about important things. My ego is too big. My mind is too small. Often trapped inside itself. Now, all that being said, I have a saying. A person's strength is often their biggest weakness. But their weakness can become strength. Me, I am weak. In all those ways, I am weak. But I don't accept that. That just shows you, man. You always gotta fucking own up to your shit. I feel like, you know, wherever you think you are strong, you are really weak. You know, you gotta work every day to make sure, not to make sure, but that's the only way you really prosper in life. You always gotta be working on something. You know, I think just keep going and keep going and keep going. But the thing is, like, a lot of people, I feel like for me, I don't like when people say, "Oh, that's me. I can't change," or this. I'm like, bitch, hold the fuck up on, all right here. Hold on. The point of growing is not being the same person. Is it not? So if you tell me you can't change, that means you will never grow. If you don't change the person who you are, you will never grow. So I don't like hearing this, "Oh, that's just me that I can't change. People should just get used to me." Man, go fuck yourself. How about that? Learn how to grow. The moment you learn how to grow, you'll grow up, and guess what? You won't be the same person. But at first, you have to understand, if you in life to truly grow, you have to really admit that. You have to admit you have to change. It's that simple. If you want to grow, you have to fucking not be the same person. There's no mentality of, that's me, people just gotta get used to me. Go fuck yourself. The world does not bend to your fucking knees, alright? One thing that goes through my mind is fucking the world doesn't care about me. They don't care about me at all. They don't give a fuck about the story. They don't give a fuck about my life, what I've been through, or any of that shit. Guess what? It only cares about the work you're putting in. How much work are you putting in for what the fuck you want? Alright? I'm gonna tell you this. There's a few examples on why I believe that. Francis Ngannou. If y'all don't know who Francis Ngannou is, look him the fuck up, motherfuckers. He is a UFC heavyweight contender. I believe he may be fighting for the title next. I don't know. Stipe doesn't really want to fight him again because he did beat him the first time. But having said that, this man, I believe, immigrated from Nigeria. Went all the way up to France. He was actually homeless in France for, I think, 2 to 3 years. Till he was able to get into MMA, into a gym, and he actually stayed at the gym. He lived at the gym. If I can remember. You know, I got a lot of shit going on, so it's hard for me to remember certain things. But that's one thing for sure I know. He was homeless for 2 or 3 years. And for the past few years now, 3 or 4 years, he's been on TV knocking people out, fighting for the world title. Sure, he lost, but he still fought for it. How many of y'all can say y'all fought for the heavyweight champion? The heavyweight champion in the UFC. I'm going to tell you this. Not 1%. Not 1% fought for that title. But this guy could. Why? It's a grind. It's the hustle. It's the consistency. That's really what it is. Do you want something? Go fucking get it. The world ain't gonna fucking cater to your needs. Alright? Like fucking, like me at fucking work, dude. I listen to a lot of people complaining. And that, I'm gonna be honest. I've been doing this for so long that fucking... Fuck, I don't know how much I'm gonna put up with it. Because everybody, a lot of the people that go there, not my coworkers, not them, right? But the other people that go there, guess what? They all fucking seem entitled. You're not entitled to shit. What the fuck are you entitled to? Show me in a book. Show me anywhere that says you're entitled to this, this, and this. All right. A lot of people love to use how can I fucking say the saying that, oh, I'm only human. I make a mistake. I make this. But you know what? When someone else makes a mistake, you go off on them. So don't be hypocrite. Whatever you say, another person can say. All right? Whatever you feel comfortable with telling somebody, that's what's going to be told to you. So whatever you go off on somebody, you better be comfortable with somebody going off on you. That is just fucking simple. That's the way I live my fucking life. All right? My life ain't perfect. I'm not saying this is the way to be. No, you got to find it. But you know what? You also can't say I don't prove some pretty good points. I don't touch on really good points. That makes sense. All right? But the thing is, when it comes to fucking, especially for my mentality, I feel for me, I'm like, I'm a weird, psychotic fucking person. I'm insane because I use so many different references when it comes to life. You know, there's many ways. Like one thing I always tell people, and some people, you know, they don't understand. When I say your body's like a car, you got to maintain it. You got to do a lot to it. You know, they'll say, how is it like a car? A car is mechanical. A car is this. Just because we build a car doesn't mean a car is not built kind of like us. When you feel pain, isn't that your body giving you like a check engine, check this light, check this, check that? If I have a shoulder pain, guess what? There's something wrong with my shoulder. I gotta do something. A back pain, there's something wrong with my back. I should go probably get an X-ray. Should go get some MRIs. I got knee pain. Oh, my head hurts. I got migraines. I've been getting some too often. There's something wrong there. I got stomach aches. Well, what did I eat? I've been getting stomach aches every morning for some reason. There's something there. There's many ways you can say it's like a car. You know, we have organs just like a car has parts. It has a battery, has transmission. It has the engine, it has the brakes, the axles. It has so many different parts. How is that not like our body? We have a heart. We have liver. We have a kidney. Each organ's like a different part in a car. You know, it's the same fucking concept. Whether you guys want to admit it or not, but it's definitely a car. You gotta maintain your body as much as you maintain your car. You want your body to last, you gotta take care of your body, eating the right stuff, you eat all that shit. You know, but not only that, when it comes to my body, or even comes to life, I do different things. Like the same car is the same thing in life. There's certain parts of the car sometimes you have to change, just like certain parts of your life you have to change. Sometimes you have to change your friends. In a car, sometimes you gotta change it. You gotta change the spark plugs, change the tires. You gotta put in a new transmission. You gotta put in a new engine. You gotta put in a new I don't know, there's so much shit. There's so much shit into a car that's kind of like your life and also like your body. There's just different ways you can see it. You know, just because I see that my body is like a car, I also say your brain itself is like a computer. You choose when to reprogram or what to program. If all you see is shit, your brain is going to be shit. It's going to give you shit. If you give your brain knowledge and just learn so many different things, guess what? Your brain is going to work in mysterious ways. I always say it's like we don't control our body. I don't tell my heart when to beat. I don't tell my liver to stop functioning. It just goes with everything I give it, as long as I take care of it. Same for my brain. Like, these ideas don't just come out of nowhere. I've gained knowledge to the point where these ideas come out, you know? And the reason I like to use computers is for certain reasons. Like, in a computer, you can design stuff. You can draw pictures, write a book. How the fuck does this go out so soon? That's bullshit. But going back to that, it's like a lot of people don't understand. Like, for me, I love listening to different types of music, Brazilian music, bachata, you name it. There's a lot of music out there I listen to. But also, who would understand? It's like, for me, I feel like if you want to be successful in life, you got to be the weird one. You got to think of the craziest, stupidest ideas, because sometimes the craziest, the dumbest idea is the one that can get you where you want to be. Can get you to where you can take care of your family with not worrying about finances, not worrying about this, you know. And if you don't believe me, fucking just look at George Lucas. He made a world with his mind in Star Wars. J.K. Rowling? She created Harry Potter, and she's living a pretty fucking good life right now. I'm telling you that. So we can do the same thing. But how about you fucking want it? How about you want your success? You know, imagination's a key to everything. Pablo Escobar fucking smuggled fucking bricks of cocaine. Same with these cartels. They have an imagination to do shit. How did the fuck El Chapo escape? His people created a fucking tunnel a mile away into his fucking cell. It's just imagination. With imagination, anything is done. There's no such thing as impossible with your imagination. If you think about 100 years, they would never think we had computers, we had iPhones, we had FaceTime, and that's within 100 years. Imagine what's going to happen within 50 years. Fuck, sky's the fucking limit, motherfuckers. Get that fucking shit. Sky's the fucking limit. But again, it's not up to me whether you guys want to succeed or not. It's how bad you fucking want it. But you gotta be grateful for everybody. Everybody in your life, man. You even gotta be grateful for the people that work at a gasoline, at a grocery store, right? Because if those people weren't there, guess what? You wouldn't be getting the supplies there. Learn how to respect each other, guys. Just because you make maybe $10,000 a month doesn't mean you should look down upon somebody who only makes $1,000 or who only makes this much and is going to school. No, everyone deserves fucking respect. I don't give a fuck how much you make. I was telling this to a buddy of mine. I was like, I don't give a fuck how much you make. If I fucking think you're a clown ass motherfucker, guess what? You're a fucking clown. Yeah, you may be a clown with $100,000, but yeah, you still a fucking clown to me. I don't give a fuck how much money you make. But just because I think that doesn't mean I don't want to learn from you. No. There's some shit, man. I always say, just because you don't like somebody or something like that, doesn't mean you can't learn from them. You can learn from everybody, even the person you dislike the most, the person you hate the most. You can still learn something from them if you pay attention. And that is fucking true. You gotta when it comes to life, to this itself, don't put emotion into anything. Emotions can get you into trouble. Emotions can do so much shit. It's like in boxing. You can't be too emotional. You have to learn how to control your emotions. When you control your emotions, you see things differently. You're not going to do the same. You're going to stay calm. I always tell people, do jujitsu, do some sort of type of martial art. Why? Because people need to learn how to be more calm, especially in the most shittiest situations. Jiu-jitsu, they show you that. Like, if you're in a bad situation, don't freak out. Don't start doing this, because then next you know, you're going to get tapped out. If you remain calm, plan your way out, find a way out, little by little, you're going to get that way out. You will. But you got to remain calm. You can't be breathing fast. You can't have all this. No, you got to level yourself. Stay here. Stay with me now. All right? You may be in a shitty position right now, but guess what? You may not be there in a week. You may not be there in a month in that shitty situation. You may not be there in a year. But it takes patience, calm, and think it through. Always think shit through. If you gotta second guess yourself. All right? There's times sometimes I go to the store, I second guess myself on a whole bunch of shit that I buy. And then I end up taking half of the shit out because I tell myself, like, how much of this do I actually need and how much of this do I just want? You know? In life, we go for more of our wants than our needs. It should be the other way around. We should only go for our needs and our wants. Because if you always get what you want, next thing you know, that want can put you in a bad situation where you're buying shit you don't need. You're buying something that's going to put you in the hole. I read something from, it was from Men's Health Magazine, I think. Or from a page that I follow on Instagram. But there was a saying on there. No, I read it from Men's Wealth. I heard it. I think it was on one of the interviews. I think they did with either Kevin Gates or somebody else. Where a rich guy gave him a piece of advice. He said pretty this, but I'm going to shoot a little bit lower. He told him, whatever you think of buying, if you can't buy 10 of those, don't waste your money on it. You know, for people, if there's anybody listening, you know, there's a lot of things we can't buy 10 things of. So I'm going to shoot the number down. If you can't buy it 3 times, don't buy it. If you can buy it 3 times, then that one time ain't gonna hurt if you buy it. And that's just learning how to do finances a little bit. You know, like me, I'm fucking dumb when when I was younger, I was done with finances. I could be in a better situation, but you know what? You live and you learn, and I fucking learned. I may have learned the hard way, but hey, learning is fucking learning. It don't matter. It don't matter if you learned it at 27, 35, or 44. Keep learning. Keep learning, because that same shit you learn, you're going to be able to pass it down to your kids, and your kids will be able to be more successful. You know, you'll be able to talk to them like, hey, this is what I did in these situations. It bit me in the ass. I don't want you to do the same shit. I want you to do this, or you should do this. Really think about it. You know? And not being and don't say it in a way, I feel like don't say it in a way where I'm your parent, I know more. No. You gotta say it in a way where that's rational, that makes sense to them and their mentality. Because at 18, if you can go back to talk to yourself when you're 17 or 18, how much of that is actually gonna stick with the younger you? I mean, you don't have the same mentality as you did 10 years ago. You don't think the same. At least for me, I know I do not fucking think the same at all. For all the shit that I'm trying to do these past few months and years, at one point I thought to myself, there's no way I can do a full-time job, do this. I barely was able to do part-time that, and full-time school, I was able to do that, and I was wasting a lot of my time doing sometimes things I shouldn't. Yeah, I made memories with some of my friends that I'll never forget. But at the same time, I was like, It was a give and take. I gave that time that I can do better in school and study and do better to what I want to do, to go having a good time, which was a great time. Man, I don't fucking regret that shit one bit, because it gave me this knowledge I have now. But now I've learned so much that I know when I can have my fun, when I can do this, you know. A few years ago, I'd be just working with people and invite me somewhere. I'd say this, and then I'd lie. You know, I'd lie and say, oh, no, this. But because I was just working, I didn't want to do anything. Now as life goes and working where I work, I'm not going to say where I work yet until I'm gone. So don't ask me. And where I work now, I've seen a lot of people there. And a lot of people that I've met there, some of them have already passed away. Some were young, some were older, and it's just, and I'm not saying that I was close to death there, but I saw death a lot there. Like I heard it's like, oh, this person passed away. I'm like, man, that person was so cool. That person was so chill. That person was so close to getting finally what they wanted. You know, and that gave me a new perspective. Like, you know what? Maybe I should ease down on working. Maybe I should, when I get a chance, get this day off and go be with family. Go be with friends. Go spend time with them. You know, because those memories I'm going to live off when I'm old. You know? And it's just something I feel we all have to learn. We love to have good times, you know, but at the same time, there's going to be a time where it's going to be like, okay, I got to get to work. There's a lot of work to be done. And for me, there is a lot of work to be done. I still got a lot of shit to do. But a few years ago, I'd probably look at my schedule now and be like, how the fuck are you doing all this? How the fuck do you do all this shit? You know? But like I said, you build certain things, you start to build a callus. I'm going to take a few words from David Goggins himself. You build a callus to it. Whether it's physically or mentally. You lift so much weight, you start to build calluses on your hands. Which is the same thing as in life. The first few months will always be hard on a certain schedule. But once you get used to it, it's just like butter. It's like eating cake. It's there. You don't gotta do anything else because you're already used to it. You know, and you just go on with the flow. You keep going. And for me, that's been a pretty big part. You know, learning that. But what's fucking dope is that a second microphone is in the works now. I'm hoping to have the second microphone up and running. Hopefully within maybe a month. Maybe I'll have a third microphone. Who fucking knows? Drink some Dos Hombres. I like drinking a shot of tequila before I go to sleep. Not all the time. Just the days where I'm like, you know what? Because I had coffee earlier, so I'm like, you know, I need something to really relax me and shit, you know? But I kind of think you always gotta balance yourself and shit. Like, not drink too much. Like, I have so many bottles where they're only as full as to... Just like the first quarter part is only full. Because I don't drink too much. I don't smoke too much either. Some days, or weeks, more I say, I'll fucking smoke one each day. But then I won't touch it for like a whole month. It's just balance, man. You gotta learn how to create. But this is actually cool, which I barely learned not too long ago. Nicotine's actually good for the brain, guys, which is crazy. And I'm not saying cigarettes. But like nicotine gum and all that, I've been doing a lot of more research on it. And a lot of fighters, UFC fighters, boxers are starting to use it more because I guess it's a cognitive brain enhancement. Which I didn't know. Nicotine itself. I'm not saying to go out smoke cigarettes. Fuck that. I'm not putting my stamp of approval on cigarettes at all. No. But nicotine gum? Yeah, I'll stamp my approval on that to try it. You know, because I was reading this one thing where it was saying, if you look at smokers themselves, people who smoke, a lot of them don't. The majority of them don't get dementia, don't have a sign of dementia, neither do they have a sign of Alzheimer's. And if you actually think about it, it's fucking true. I'm like, I have not been to living assisted living facility where there was a smoker and they had dementia or Alzheimer's. And I did research on it too, and I'm like, the ones who smoked for kind of not a long time, but continued smoking and stuff like that, it's like they didn't have dementia, they didn't have Alzheimer's. So I'm like, this is gonna be crazy to see how it is more in the future. How many more studies are gonna do on it to really solidify that fact itself. Because if that's true, man, hey, there's the fight. There is the cure. There is that one. Not I won't say a cure to it, but there's a way to fight back off of it. A little bit of nicotine gum, give that brain some nutrients, because I think they say that nicotine is not only a cognitive brain enhancement, but it's a nootropics, which is crazy, which is fucking crazy. Which I'm like, you know what? Let's why not, But guys, man, there's a story I was gonna say, but fuck, I forget. I gotta write down all these stories that I should say. Because there's some where I'm like, I think about it at the moment, like, oh, I gotta talk about this. And I forget, I gotta start carrying my journal around again. I'm starting to have a whole bunch of my ideas that come to me. So, I'll be for the next one, Huh. I remember this being a little bit more smoother than last time. Oh well. But guys, been a great episode. I love you guys. Go follow Randy 2020 Instagram. My Randy's Rants Instagram as well. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel if you don't want to. You don't have to. If you talk shit on there, I'm probably not gonna read it. I've learned from a few successful people that say don't ever read comments. Don't put a bad seed into your mind, because then that's only going to affect you the next episode, the next thing you want to do. Keep working on yourself no matter what anybody says. Remember, you're putting in the work, not them. So whatever anybody tells you, you're putting in the work, not them. So their fucking opinion don't count, all right? Negativity doesn't get a vote, all right? Nothing else gets a vote, all right? Because guess what? We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. No, I'm not Connor. He's not here right now. But love you guys. Greatness is one at a time. And let's keep it going. All right, guys. Love you guys. Ciao. Bye.